Hey guys, this is Jacob Palmer here doing a live. Just give me 1 second here. I'm rearranging my desk so then you guys can uh, get this cool little reading for you. So, this is going to be a particular reading for Aries. If you're an Aries that is watching in either in the preview or on the live, feel free to join in. I would love to have you guys here. So, yeah, we are going to start off with a couple of message cards. 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 There we go. A couple of message cards. We're going to start with that, and then we're going to go ahead and get into some tarot. There are going to be there are going to be two decks of tarot, one that pertains to you and one that pertains to your person. So let's go ahead and get into our reading. So, Aries, what comes in is that something in particular is like going to not only help you in this particular situation, something is going to show up in the form of some kind of caregiver, some kind of person that is going to lend a hand on your shoulder, somebody that is going to be there, going to take care of you, kind of nurture you. This is all about tranquility at this point in time, um, or maybe something that you did in past was tranquility, or something that somebody else did was tranquil towards you in the past. So something that you are dealing with, you are uncovering, you are finding out something magnificent. Um, so I'm gonna have to tell you that there was somebody in the past that, or maybe even within these last few seconds, somebody tried to downplay your independence. Oh, so that makes sense. So, did somebody downplay your independence in order for you to walk into tranquility? So, if that makes sense to you, feel free to drop a comment down below saying that, like, maybe you can do it hashtag. Maybe you could do like hashtag, like hashtag entering tranquility. Or maybe like you might say like, hey, I am currently in tranquility and everything is making sense. uh, that could be just like a sample comment, in the way of which it comes through. So in this tranquility came in invention. You're gonna like this one. So yeah, somebody downplayed you, and now you're just being inventive. You're being creative. Um, let's go ahead and see what's happening on your person's side with these message cards. What is happening to Aries' person at this point in time on this situation? Okay. Looks like your person is being very inspired. Your person is no longer feeling suppressed. Yeah, you're going to be finding out that love is coming your way. Either way, either than that, it could be possibly the vice versa, where maybe you might be going towards that person's life. It's kind of like this is the place of understanding where epiphany comes through. And I will abbreviate this so then you can remember that word that I just said. Abbreviate. I just abbreviated. That's funny. Um, it's um, it's basically like the accumulation of happiness. The basically you're either coming towards, oh, it's epiphany. There we go. That's what I was trying to get there. I was like, trying to remember what the word was that I said. I know it was an A word. Definitely not the bad A word. I would never ever be calling people the ass. So, yeah. So basically, your person in the past was destructive, but now they're resigning from being destructive. Now they're in a place where, oh, do you have some interest with a Gemini? Or does this Gemini have interest about you? Oh yeah, understanding. This is brilliant. This is very very brilliant. Yeah, with the self card on the bottom, challenge, freedom, returning, legacy. Oh, returning legacy. So then you can have the freedom to challenge yourself. So that is the ultimate phrase that's coming through the overall, which is very interesting. Hmm. Well, that's a story that is gonna be bound into this life, where it's like instead of being held in a way where you're like stuck, I feel like you're going to feel free. That's the lifestyle of being independent, is that you're here for freedom. Not just teaching freedom, but also being in the freedom. So, yeah, it's like you're already in freedom. It's just like you're going to be also teaching freedom, you know? So let's go ahead and get the past energy about you, Aries. So then we can clear, cleanse, put end to any situations. So there is some kind of um, talk, some kind of talking points, some kind of punctuations that are being brought to you, and you're actually happy. You're in a you're in a place where you're finally like feeling fulfilled. You're finally feeling like there's no end in sight anymore. And there's this like Knight of Pentacles. This is like expect this expect this person to be bringing commitment. This is like the mature side of commitment that's coming in, where it's instead of it being immature, it's mature. Ooh, yeah, look at that. So this is definitely an air sign that's talking to you or going to be talking to you. Um I would suggest that it's definitely not a Libra, but it's either or a Aquarius or Gemini. Look for either one of those zodiacs. But I'm getting a lot out of Gemini energy, so I feel like Gemini is technically the overall in this message that you are going to be receiving, which you are going to be surprised about when they come in. Yeah, like look, like just as I said when they were going to be coming in, they, it could mean that they have already came in, that they've already showed up. They're already at their door, at your door, saying like, hey, Aries, I love you. It's like they're coming and going like that, where it's like they're expressing their feelings. They're saying that like, hey, look, I really, really want you in my life. For some of you that are refraining from this, that are walking away from this, I would suggest to not walk away from this, because this is actually a statement of a long lifetime, a very, very long lifetime. Something that not only did you in this recent life heard, but also something that you haven't heard in your past life. It's something that your entire soul is going to finally hear and finally feel at peace with this. Like, look, that's what's going to be what's happening during the the recent past energy, is that like they show up and they're like, hey, I really do want you, Aries. That's their words. That's their phrase. They're really coming towards you saying like, hey, Aries, I really want you. Some of you might be kind of like, holding your arm with your other hand, kind of just like, you know, kind of spinning side to side with your hips. Um, but here's the thing. So, in the distant past, you had somebody try to overthrow your connection with this Gemini. But the thing is that the Gemini actually, at this point in time, found out something very special about you. Something that isn't entirely that easy to express in words when a problem or a conflict or a situation is at hand. So, yeah, it's like, so what you did caught this Gemini's eye. And now this Gemini is on their way towards you. So, about this Gemini, what comes out for their past? So, we've got Knight of Swords in the reverse, which means that they were kind of told by a third party to face you or fight you. But here's the thing, when they stepped up and they were just about to strike, they saw the beauty in you. They saw your soft eyes. They saw all the good things that you had. And that's what shook them. That's what stopped them from attacking you. Yeah, like, look, the reason why this is in the reverse is because this was a play from the third party. The third party is like, hey, I got a ring of mine to go to this person. I want you to tell this Aries that this ring is mine to give to them. But by the time that they came to you, they were like, they looked at the ring again, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna take the third party's ring and toss it off to the side. It's like it's kind of like either that or maybe the case was already opened, and then so they basically took the case, slammed it real quickly, and then tossed it out. And they were like, you know what? I'm giving this Aries a proper ring. And it's like they have the motivation of like Aries deserves it. Like that's their motive, is like they're like, you know what? Aries deserves a really good person. So they come in. Um it could either be a vice versa. Maybe you might be the one coming in with that ring. But the thing is that like the Gemini, like if you're the one coming with the ring, the Gemini might have been previously stuck with a third party, but now they see you as their world. And let's see what comes out for this final card for the past. Ooh, well, final two cards for the past. Yeah, look. So they were told to look at you upside down, and that's what caused a heartbreak. That is what caused a heartbreak. This third party is definitely not a spirit. Like it's not like one of those wandering around the world spirits. It's kind of like one of those third parties where it's like it's just like that person that has like an evil plan to back Gemini off of the Aries, you know? Um, so yeah, it's like they're in a place of initiation. They're in a place of like just finally feeling happy, finally feeling like they're in a good relationship, you know? Let's go ahead and see what comes out for your present time. This is the present time of Aries that will be shown. Ooh. Wow. So this is when you actually see the little play of a action that this third party tried to do. And you're like, "Oh yeah? How about this for a size?" And like I feel like it's kind of like that one of those things where it's like you're like, how about this for a size towards the third party, and the third party is like they get hit really hard. They get really hit hard. They're like uh they they get hit with like a massive freaking stone. Like we're talking like a mountain rock. Like a massive rock that lands on them, and it's like boom. And it's at that point in time where you just say like, "Ta ta, third party, bye bye," and you go about your very merry way. While this third party is like, "What the fuck am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do since Aries and Gemini are gone?" Or they might be fidgeting, trying to get that stone off of them. They're like, their motivation is like, "I know I can get this rock off me. I know I can get it off." But the thing is that here comes the pretty sweet and gentle Empress that also has a very um, confrontal strong energy, where it's like you know exactly what you're going to do. You know what you're built for. You know what you're here for, what you're supposed to be doing, things like that. And guess what? You actually discover that your Gemini, when they've been tricked, that they were stuck in this Three of Swords, and it actually sparked a little bit of a Three of Swords inside your heart. So that's when you really go over to this Gemini and you actually just spew thing after thing that really is about your connection with each other. Where it's like it's really putting an end to this Three of Swords, really putting an end to not just your Three of Swords, but putting an end to their Three of Swords. So let's go ahead and see. Is this Gemini actually going to feel pretty much officially happy, officially officially, I would say, officially having a heart repaired. There we go. Oh yeah, yeah. They're going to have a repaired heart. They're going to express. It's like once you healed this three of swords between you and your person, it's like that's when they start bringing out this Knight of Cups. This is when they start bringing out their emotions and love and care, like all the things that you really want in this life. Like not just one measly thing that you'll like in this life, but a whole heck ton of things that you'll like in this life. So let's go ahead and see what comes up after this Knight of Cups for the Gemini, or this person that you are connected with. Um, Obviously, my nose is very itchy. I don't know why, but somehow it is. Um, ooh, yep, yep. So they actually confirm. They actually confirm that they go after you in the act of love, the act of truly having a connection with with you and themselves, being together with each other. You know, like actually having romance. Like it's finally your time to have romance with this person, and not just one day of romance and then you're out. It's more likely like you're officially in it. You're officially having somebody for sure. And it's like you're with this person for the rest of your life in a way where it actually is a good person. So, yeah, man, my nose is going crazy right now. It's like, well, yeah, you're gonna talk about all this stuff. How about you go itch my nose? um, I feel like somebody's being a little bit distracted. Third party, third party is being a little distracted. Um, Also, this Gemini might be in a place of curiosity, trying to figure out if this really is the one of their dreams. Yeah. Um, so expect them to be showing up properly, because you're going to be finding some very interesting things. Yeah, yeah, it's going to be really amazing for what you see in this scenario or situation that's coming into your life. So let's go ahead and see what else comes out. Oh, that's a lot. So I'm only going to keep that first card that came out at this point. Um, the card that shot out was called the Sun, and they find out that you are the one. You are the one. It's like you're the one and only. But I find that also quite sweet. Um, Very sweethearted. Like they come in, they're like Aries, you're the one. You're the one and only. And you're like playing with your hair, going like, really? Or it could be like maybe you're a guy as an Aries, and maybe you're like putting your hands on your hips, going like, interesting. And and then that's when this Gemini starts expressing about themselves. That's when this Gemini starts like talking about their life and like um, possibly even like if you've met this Gemini already and it is actually your person, um, they're going to be pretty much telling you about like some of the things that you may have missed out on in life, about them, where it's like maybe they're like they come in, they're like, Aries, I miss you already. And you're like, really? You miss me? Or you as a guy, Aries, you might be like, oh, you do you miss me? Like it could be any which tone that you have. Um, but you're it's like when you hear that, your thoughts go wild. You're like, oh, okay, you start thinking about me. And this is like, in case if any of you are connected to an Aquarius, this could be what's coming up. But this is also in case if it is the Gemini, it could be that they're like shiny and all bright looking, or maybe they might see you as shiny and bright looking. You know. Um, anyway, the bottom of the deck for their present energy is the Six of Wands, which is very interesting, and the Empress. Wow. Wow, they're leaving somebody to go after you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. What are we going to do? Oh my goodness. Oh, instant. Okay. Somebody might, one of you guys might be dealing with some kind of Nine of Cups. That was a little bit like a jab of a remark or something like that, or a spark of a message that's showing up. So if that resonates with you, please put your comment down below in the chat section. If any of you are out there in the preview that are at this point in time, feel free to jump in because it is technically your reading. So we have the Fool, which is very interesting because this is technically another one of your set cards. But however, you're brilliant in this Fool card because you're standing up with authority. You're standing up with a leadership role. Yeah, you're kind of like, I'm the boss, and I'm gonna do what calls to me. And lo and behold, this person shows up at your door with all these romantic expressions. It's like they're showing up all kind of like cute and uh, They're like, "Hey Aries, how you doing?" They could be. They might be wearing some sexy laundry. Hmm. Or or if it's not that, maybe they might be into wearing a certain fashion when showing up to somebody. Yeah. Oh yeah, that one definitely. So yeah, this is basically telling that there is going to be a dawning of you walking away from a third party. It it's like it's kind of like, even though that your person walked away from a third party, maybe if it ends up being that there's a third party on your side, you're kind of like, yeah, third party. I'm saying hasta la vista to you. Bye bye. And on the bottom of the deck for your side of things, there's the Judgment. There's the Six of Wands. Ooh, yeah, wow. So okay, out of all of my live readings that I've done recently about not just um, not just Aquarius, not just Sagittarius, but um, it sounds like a Leo is trying to get a grip on people. Somebody about us. So this Leo is technically trying to get a grasp on people, trying to be the world leader, but this Leo needs to do something about themselves. This Leo could be an amateur, since the strength card was shown right after the Six of Wands. So the energy that's showing up about your person for the future is that during times when you and them are at each other's houses, separate from each other, it's like they start thinking about you. They start. It's like they went from curious about you to like just endlessly thinking about you. They're like, I can't stop thinking about Aries. Yeah, like yeah, it's like this Gemini is like trying to figure out why they're thinking about an Aries, but they deep down actually know why they're connecting in with an Aries. It's because someone else tried to fight this Gemini for the Aries. It's like this. Oh, no matter why that Leo was showing up, the Leo was the one that was trying to get in Gemini's way to fall in love for you or fall in love with you. But the thing is that you, it's like once this Leo shows up in your life, you are actually the one that is the most mature. You're like, sweetie, Leo, this is not gonna cut it. Uh. You're like, sorry, Leo, this is not gonna cut it. This is not gonna cut it, fire sibling. And this just ultimately comes out to the point where your person finally, I have a feeling this might be the Four of Wands that comes out. I could be wrong. Death. This is like a death to a wronged thought and a rebirth to something that will just reach the skies with you. You know? It's kind of like letting go of an old thought and bringing in a new thought, bringing in something that might spark a interest in you and this person. On the bottom of this deck, for your person, is the Empress, the King of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Temperance. Wow. Okay. This Leo. This Leo might be in some way, shape, or form trying to prevent this Sagittarius from ever doing something. And or it could be that this Sagittarius is preventing this Gemini from jumping in with you. If that's really the case, you know. Anyway, that's pretty much the reading. I wanted to let you know that I am pretty much going to be sending out a couple of community posts through our community tab. Please keep an eye out for that within this upcoming week. Throughout tomorrow, all the way until pretty much Wednesday in the evening. Either if you're here on the EST area, or if you are over in like Europe or Asia, feel free to listen in or look at our community tab, so then you can hear more about things. Also, I really think some of you that have basically been here listening to our recorded videos, listening to our lives, also attaining to a couple of our shorts. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty much going to be getting a couple of new shorts pretty soon into the into the YouTube channel that I have. So yeah, just keep a close eye out for that, because there's going to be some very interesting stuff showing up. So anyway, yeah, you are going to have a wonderful incoming lifetime with this Gemini. Or maybe even this Aquarius, if you're connected with an Aquarius. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Love and light to y'all. Please throw in a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please share and also comment down below. I will see you then. Take care and peace.